Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Africa, the concerned person to the lives of African citizens. I'm also the founder and the president of the National Loud Voice for Silent Majority Party, and I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you, people from different countries within Africa. I would like this opportunity to welcome you again to come to attend this wonderful meeting in order to discuss about the issues or the problems within African countries and bringing up new ideas and solutions how we can strengthen our African economy and building up a strong foundation so that we and our grandchildren shall able to enjoy the peace and the stability of the new United African States. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to discuss about the three important major issues in Africa. And issue number one is the interstate infrastructure mega project within African countries. And then issue number two is how to come up with smart cities and beautiful cities which on the international levels. And also issue number three is about the talent and gifts. Therefore, let us go deep through one by one, and let us start with the issue number one, which is the interstate infrastructure mega project within African countries or states. Africa, we need to have the best infrastructure development, like that one of China and USA, for instance. We need the best electrical railway trains connected to each of the 54 African countries or states. Therefore, we have come up with a proposed budget of 24 trillion USA dollar mega project. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, the following are the proposed mega project within the new United African States to come. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to go through item by item. And item number one is about the electrical railway trains to be connected to each of the African countries within Africa. And we have estimated 100 billion USA dollar to construct or to build electrical railway trains connecting to each of the African countries. That's to say, for instance, the building the electrical railway trains connecting, for example, from Tanzania to Kenya or from Uganda to Kenya, each will cost 100 billion USA dollar, totaling 5 trillion 400 billion US dollar. full budget. And item number 2 is about the interstate roads. We have proposed also to reconstruct roads or new roads within African countries or connecting to each of the African countries. And also we have estimated 100 billion US$ each, totaling to 5 trillion 4 billion US$. And item number 3 is about the United African State Defense System. And in order to build our strong foundation, in order Africa to be militarily strong, we need to strengthen our defense system, like that one of China and United States of America. And we have estimated 2 trillion US$. And then item number 4 is about schools. And we have proposed to construct or to build university schools, almost about 10,000 university schools within African countries or African states. And each will cost 100 million US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for the budget. And item number 5 also is about schools. And item number 5 is about secondary schools. We have estimated to construct or build 2,000 secondary schools across African countries or African states, and each will cost 50 million US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for the budget. And then item number 6 is also about schools, the primary schools. So we have estimated to construct 40,000 primary schools within African countries, and each will cost 25 million US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for budget. And item number 7 is also about nursery schools. We have also proposed to construct or build 80,000 nursery schools across African countries, and each will cost 12 million 500 US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for the budget. And item number 8 and 9, they are about worship centers. So we have estimated or we have proposed to construct 1 million churches or worship centers within African countries, and each will cost 1 million US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for the budget. And item number 9 is about mosques. We have also proposed to construct 1 million mosques, and each will cost 1 million US$, totaling to 1 trillion US$ for the budget. And then item number 10 is about public offices within United African States. And we have proposed to construct public offices within United African States, and it cost $1 trillion US full budget. And then we have also proposed to construct the international airports within African countries, and we have proposed to construct or build 130 international airports within African countries, and each will cost $5 billion US, totaling to $650 billion US full budget. And then item number 12 is about football playgrounds. We have proposed to build or reconstruct about 130 football playgrounds, and each will cost $5 billion US, also totaling to $650 billion US full budget. Item number 13 is about other sports and games like basketball, among others. So that one we have estimated $50 billion US full budget. Then item number 14 is about hospitals within African countries. So we have proposed to build or construct hospitals which are at international levels, like hospitals in America, China, India, and other countries. So we have proposed to construct 100,000 hospitals which are on international levels, and each will cost $10 million US, totaling to $1 trillion US full budget. And item number 15 is about natural mineral reserves and banks. We have estimated about $1 trillion US to construct the natural mineral reserves and banks within African countries. And then last item is about research, agriculture, and tourism. And the proposed budget for research, agriculture, and tourism is $85 billion US. So the total amount will be $24 trillion US full budget. Therefore, the question is, where is all this money will come from? This $24 trillion US will come from us Africans, because we are so rich with other minerals, and we have also other sources of income which will help us to contribute or to fulfill this amount of the $24 trillion US. And we shall also negotiate with the World Bank by signing up an agreement with them, and we would like to partner with the other countries who will help us to fulfill this dream or collecting this amount of the 24 trillion USA dollar in order to strengthen our economic system in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to go straight to the point number 2, which is about the proposal of coming up with smart cities and beautiful cities within African countries. Africa also needs to build or develop smart cities and beautiful cities which are also at the international levels. Therefore, thousands and thousands of our people from Africa are going in the diaspora to look for better life, jobs, smart environment. For instance, people go to countries like USA, they go to Europe, Canada, among others. Yet if our leaders can change their leadership mentality, that's to say, some African leaders have a say that it is not easy to lead or rule people who are so rich. How about United States of America, which have so many rich people, but they have political instabilities in their country? However, Africa also has the capability to develop like other rich countries. In addition, therefore, to come up with smart cities, African leaders should give access to anyone who has the potential to build up his own city. Through opening up ownership city program, for instance, Mr. Akon from United States of America has recently came up with his own ownership city project or program to build up his own city worth $6 billion USA in Senegal. And he was about to start up another new city in Uganda, also worth $6.6 billion USA. Therefore, people who have such good ideas, like Mr. Akon, I propose that let them be given access here in Africa. This will bring job creation, hence reducing unemployment rate in Africa. In addition, therefore, listen to me, everyone, my African brothers and sisters in the diaspora. In case you have the potential like Mr. Akon, the chance is about to come. Indeed, it is available. If your money is being devalued, you are denied a chance with your new ideas. You are a patent. You want to discover something new, and you are denied a chance in USA, Europe, and Asia. Please come back to Africa. Come home. Feel at home to show up with your new discoveries, but make sure that you are the good person to stay along with. Thanks the new United African government to to give access to those people who are to come back to their original countries or continent. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to go to point number 3, which is about the talent and gifts. What's talent? Talent and gift is part of life, and it is naturally born with, and they are given by God. It is either matured or developed through the people around in a particular environment, by the parents, government, and the business-oriented people. Therefore, talents and gifts must be focused on, most especially here in Africa or in the new United African States to come. I have never seen a student in Oxford University or Harvard University whereby people are gathering to watch or see that person, or you are yearning to see that person. Even here in Africa, never. But I have seen people gathering together to see or watch talented footballers, basketballers, and other games and sports. For instance, here in Africa, we have Africans who are good in their talent, who are good at their talents. For example, Sadio Mane, the most African footballer, and many others. In addition, black people are out competing with white people with their talents. Black people are taking over in games and sports. So this is our time. This is our chance to train our children, to train our African brothers and sisters in this area of talents and gifts. Let us help our children, our brothers and sisters. Let us support them in terms of finance, effort, so that they can be equipped and fulfill their dreams. However, here in Africa or in the new United African States to come, most parents, government, businessmen are less concerned about the talent and the gift of their children, not knowing that most children or people are born with special abilities in them. However, the truth is that humans only produce humans, but spirit and heart come from God. Therefore, all parents in Africa, in African countries, or in the new United African States to come, observe your children, most especially from the age of 5 to 12 years. Observe them carefully, what they are doing, what they are listening, what they are watching, what they are playing with in a particular environment. Then from 12 to 20 years, ask your children so carefully with parental cares or guidance or love what they want to become in the future. From the bottom of their hearts, there you can notice that your children are ready to become a footballer or doctor, rather than forcing them with your old ideas or dreams instead of their own. Even if you are the one paying the school fees for them, please give your children freedom of what they want to become or what they want to do. By doing so, we shall raise up quality children who are free from their own choices. In addition, therefore, we shall be able to raise up the best doctors, the best engineers, the best lawyers, best teachers in the world, and the most talented people in African countries or in the new United African States to come. So the reason as to why African countries is even raising up doctors, lawyers, engineers, and people who do things for granted or anyhow, it's because parents are denying their children the opportunity to make choices for themselves. For instance, some wants to become a doctor, footballer, musician, but parents are forcing them to do other things of their own interest, which must be strongly be avoided. Thanks for the parents in African countries or in the new United African States, Black UAS, to allow your children to make choices for their own. Thank you so much.